guys, WarVet here. Welcome back. If you haven't seen the first video, check that out. Basically, we were just doing some warp drives, some warp jumps, and we ended up running out of fuel in this solar system. So there's a couple of planets here. We're going to go ahead and search this one right here. Hope to start rebuilding our core fuel, or core elements that create warp jump fuel. And scan the planet and got this abandoned building, so we might as well start there. The little trick that a lot of people may not know, if you target whatever icon that you're going to mission objective, you hit the warp drive, it'll hit the pulse drive, it'll take you automatically to it, automatically adjust your trajectory and, you know, even your speed and everything. And you can get, it's basically autopilot, you can just let go, it'll take you all the way to it. The only thing you gotta do is the landing. The only problem with it is it brings you down at too shallow of an angle, because now we have 40 seconds. So if I break it, go back up, the higher you are, you can see it drops it down. So if we get way up here, the only problem is you gotta make sure you don't overdo it. Anyways, there we go. I wish it would take it in a little bit of this level right here. Re-entry is awesome every time. Hit the brakes. Land it in the backyard. Alright. Planet Uthantkam. Now you can change those, but it kind of tells you about the planet to the left before you get on it. What you gotta worry about. I'm not worried about snow. I'm not worried about much. I have a lot of protections I leave running. So if it's too hot, I got a coolant. If it's radioactive, I got a protector thing. If it's thermic layer, if it's too cold. And I just got the new toxic suppressor too now. So that's pretty cool. And there's plutonium. So now we're on the grind to get the fuel to get our next jump. Jump is like the crack of this game, warp jumping. That's the good stuff. Another banner. I'm trying to find my home banner. Let's save it. Explore it. You can actually use those, or remember just to hit them on your way out too, because everything is saved when you get out of your ship. So when you take off in your ship, doesn't really help. Got me an Atlas Pass, gets open. A little bit of things. Those were used for recharging my those protectum shields on my exosuit that I was showing you. You can craft them out of just some simple iron, and then you can always recharge the shields really easily. I was on a super freezing planet last night, and I just kept making those little shields, and I harvested the whole planet. Made a ton of money on that one. So this is pretty common. It seems like abandoned building. It's always the same thing. Alien plant life takes over. Learn some stuff on the walls. Always check all the walls. That's where the good stuff is. These always have plutonium. There's another one there, and since we are collecting plutonium right now, I might as well grab it. We're collecting plutonium, iridium, carbon, and zinc. We're pretty good on zinc. I basically farm by just buying it off of stars, space stations. Traders on space stations always carry it because it's what refills their ships. Yeah, dude's pissed. Harvesting his trees. Don't make me fucking kill you, dude. Now, Thamium you can get from, I just get that from Asteroid or comments now, and the comments are everywhere, but shit, he's pissed I'm picking the flyers. But that blue stuff there, that's the only way I've found to find it, really. There's some Chrysonite. See, it's a lot rarer. Chrysonite barely grows. When you find it, it's pretty cool. It's worth a little bit on it, too. I actually needed a little bit for an upgrade, I think. Whoop. Alright, don't get pissed off. Usually don't fight him unless I have to. I mean, I can kill him easy, but not a big deal. Zinc. It's the only way I've found to harvest this stuff. This is how you heal yourself. Your exosuit temperature. See, that actually rises my temperature too, which is so cool. So if you're exploring on this planet and it's freezing for you, use health planets or health plants, then it'll reset. It'll warm you up, so you can actually survive through like a stormy night if you had to, from running from those plants to those plants. But I'm not really seeing anything right here than carbon. There's more zinc plants up there, but like I said, zinc, you can spend a couple minutes. Each pilot has about 50 zinc on them, so you just make a couple minutes, get about 200 or 300 zinc, and you're ready to go. Because it's only 20 zinc too, and the ingredient to do warp drives, so 300 of them is a lot of warp jumps. I guess I'll just take a little bit more of this. Get my carbon. Carbon's the easiest thing to find. Dude, he got pissed. He's like, stop! He like jumped right in front of me. I did have a really awesome gun for killing these guys, and I still have a homing component for the grenades, but it's just stopped working. It's weird. Real weird. Alright, so let's see what we got. We got some more carbon. So we got our 2 stacks of carbon. I like to get about 2 stacks of each over here in my equipment slots, and then I can make a whole bunch of warp jumps from that. I like to keep the starship right here as a backup. So first thing I'll do is make sure that's full. A little thamium. Make sure it's got the plutonium he needs, and the iridium. So it'll overflow anything that didn't fill up. So now that's a little bit higher. A little more carbon. Carbon's good. So now we just need to get thamium, plutonium, and a little more iridium. Alright. And plutonium and chrysonite. Now chrysonite, I think I was saying I have to save that for something. Forget what it was. Send that to the ship. We'll sell the platinium, or whatever it is. We'll do upgrades later on. Right now, we're on the grind. So, got a little platinum to sell, and we need to find a lot of other shit. Now, I was hoping there'd be cave system, like just caves, or where you find plutonium. That's where the big crystals are. I'm not really seeing caves. Sometimes they'll be at locations too. Like you scan, okay, there's a location here, unknown location or whatever. A lot of times they'll be there. I think the developers made sure there was plutonium around there so that you couldn't get stuck and not be able to jump off the planet surface, so. This, not so much. Usually the bigger stations, like they have actually like cut out areas, little camps or whatever this is. I just stopped at. Yeah, it's just a beacon. But I think it shows me. A lot of times it'll show you something else on the planet that it picked up. So now we know where an outpost is. I didn't even look. Let's see if there's any. Yeah, see, there's always, even just a little bit. I think the developers did that because it would suck if you got stuck. Like right now, it takes 25% through, like, what is it, boosters or thrusters. Thrusters boost power. What's that? It's just all heavy plant life on this planet. Learned a Bikey word for temperature. Don't need any more carbon, I don't think, did we? Oh yeah, we do. Need like 250 more carbon. We're done. So there's about 100 in each tree. There's 200, 250. Alright, where's my ship at? Right there. Get out of here. And I was on this planet last night because it was freezing. There was almost no sentinels. I had my exosuit protection for freezing weather. And I mean, it was just like mountain. Even the tips of the mountains were golden. Like if I were to hit that, it's probably gold. But it was gold on that planet for sure. I don't need to upgrade my exosuit. That's an exosuit upgrade, but I'm not really spending money. There is Iridium. We do need Iridium. Land. Didn't really have a good landing spot there, but usually I like to land right next to it, but it's a little bit rocky terrain. There it is. The Iridium. I actually made a video when I first was figuring this game out, harvesting just Iridium. That video I might delete because it's pretty boring, but now I can harvest Iridium like this fucking nothing. Harvest a whole block of it like this. Iridium is cool too because it's kind of soft, like you can collect hundreds of it in one go. When I'm doing like gold coppers, like the worst coppers, not even worth it. It takes so long to get it. You don't even get like, what, 20 grand? Alright. Weapon charge depleted, refill that with, you can either do carbon or plutonium. Carbon's probably the best thing to do. It takes like a whole stack of carbon though, which just kind of sucks. But since we're here with a bunch of carbon, might as well get it. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. That'll be the end of this video. Subscribe and tune into the next video. We'll be continuing our search for the core elements to build up another warp jump. And then we'll do another warp jump and get out of here. Other than that, guys, I'll see you in the game.